Partiki, Partika and Particum. If we are going to understand our multidimensional anatomy, we need to understand something called the templates of matter. They are like the armature or the blueprint that matter builds up on. Consciousness does not enter time or manifestation in a random, haphazard way. It is not an accident. It is a highly ordered, mathematical, geometrical system of arranging units of energy, units of consciousness into certain patterns where manifestation can take place. There is a primal order to the structure of the universe, and there is a primal order to the structure of human biology and consciousness. There is also a primal substance. We have a vast field of source, a vast field of pure consciousness that underlies all of creation. It is totally alive, totally free within itself, totally whole, totally integrated. Source brings its attention to a point of focus and in doing so creates structure around it. That structure manifests as the first Partiki, PKI, emerging within Source. These Partiki are the smallest units of energy substance, electrotonal units of consciousness, the consciousness of God, the consciousness of Source. They are the building blocks of morphogenetic fields, matter and individuated conscious identity. They operate as minute perpetual motion fission fusion generators, holographic template, units of consciousness, morphogenetic fields and scalar grids. 1. Partiki, Partika, and Particum. Smallest units of energy substance, electrotonal units of consciousness that are the building blocks of morphogenetic fields, matter and individuated conscious identity, operate as minute perpetual motion fission fusion generators. Partiki grids, the fabric of morphogenetic field structure. Partiki units group to form interwoven strands, then grids of electrotonal substance, out of which morphogenetic fields are fashioned. Out of a unified field of Partiki units, Partiki grids form to create the frequency bands that make up the dimensional fields and then form individuated morphogenetic fields. Partiki units continue to group or accrete upon the Partiki grids, forming A. chelins, crystallizations of frozen light standing scalar wave patterns and fixed points of tonal frequency, and B. chelin codes, complex groupings of chelins, which together form a crystalline template of light spectra, sound frequency and electromagnetism that is the morphogenetic field crystal body, the blueprint upon which matter and identity will manifest. 2. Morphogenetic field is made of interwoven Partiki grids. The electrotonal units of consciousness out of which Partiki grids form create standing wave patterns, scalar wave grids, which hold the form of consciousness within dimensionalized manifestation. Morphogenetic fields are thus scalar grids that form in specific ordered interrelationship. Partiki grids form upon the core geometrical mathematical structure of the Cathara grid, and so the Cathara grid represents the core scalar field upon which form manifests. Morphogenetic fields govern the form of matter manifestation and the evolution of biology and consciousness. Morphogenetic field mechanics thus hold the key to mastery of physical reality and biospiritual evolution. Reality is a thought field composed of units of consciousness awareness. Figure 2. Holographic template. There is a primal substance to the order of the universe, and we refer to this substance as Partiki units. Partiki units can be understood as omnipolar units of energy. Omni meaning they have the polarity of both negative and positive, but they also have no polarity at the same time. An omnipolar unit can be understood as simply a vibration, a unit of energy that just holds a vibration and is not yet manifest. It exists in an antimatter state of non-manifestation, but it is still holding a pattern on which form will build. Partiki, Partika, and Particum are three primary units that every other particle or waveform is built upon. Though we think of them as simply words, they are actually frequency resonance patterns that are close to the resonance pattern of these particular units. A name is a sound. It is a sonic signature that has to do with the vibration or oscillation of the thing you are calling a name. They are massive identities, consciousness fields perpetually fueled and created by a pulse of consciousness that circulates consciousness from the wholeness of God to that focus of three-point attention. We are constantly expanding in and out of God, so it is taking place at every moment. No beginning, no end. There are cycles of linear perception in the manifest perceptual fields, but in truth, It is a constant interaction of the 3 points of God attention. The names are as close as you can get translated into our languages here of the actual tonal frequency of the particular thing that is being named. So we have 3 primary units of consciousness and units of energy called Partiki, Partika, and Particum. There are teachings that go with this that get into something called Partiki phasing.